As pear-shaped girls, we know there are some dresses that are just going to do the most for our bodies. So today I'm sharing my top 5 dresses that every pear-shaped girl needs to own. Now, depending on your comfort level, some of these are a little bit more fitted, but I'm going to talk about how you can size them up and style them to make them work for your comfort level, because I know not everybody is fully on the bodycon trained or wants something that's a little bit more fitted. So let's start with number 1. Now, slip dress is my favorite for a few reasons, because it allows you to style it on its own, but it's the perfect, like, I need an outfit and I have this dinner, I have this event, I have this occasion, or I just need something that like elevates my look and works for a transitional moment. A slip dress is perfect for that. The other benefit to a slip dress, specifically this one, is that if you're bringing the shoulder in a little bit more, which we talked about for the pear girl, we're a little bit less like wide on the shoulder top. We're actually gonna get more of a deeper V here, but we have a lot of fabric. So you're still covering the girls, but it just kind of gives that like nice deep illusion. Everything is a little bit more modest up top. You could always put something underneath it if that's a little bit more of your comfort level. And it really skims the curves. This isn't going to do any of the like super carving. You're gonna get a nice like centered waist on it. This one is beautifully designed in that capacity. I was almost in shock when I put it on the first time, and the fact that like it didn't need tailored, it didn't need altered, it like hugged everything seamlessly. But it's going to just skim over everything and give you the most for your look with the least amount of effort. And I do love, again, like this is the perfect piece that offers all the things that you want it to offer, but also lets you like style a bunch of other stuff. Now the second piece is actually in my laundry, so we're gonna do a photo, and it's an everyday dress. We all want the everyday dress. We want the piece in our wardrobe that we can throw on with ease. We know it's gonna flatter, we know it's gonna fit, we know it's gonna do everything we need it to do. Maybe if we're feeling a little bit more puffy or we've gained a little bit of weight, this is that dress. And this was a recent purchase for me. I got it off of TikTok, it's also on Amazon, and there's a couple of different variations of this dress, but I of course got the like centered curve for it because it's one of those pieces that like it just does everything for my body without me having to do much. Now you could size up with this, and the benefit of it being a little bit like more tucked in at the center is even if you size up, it's still gonna fit nicely. You could throw a linen shirt over it, you could throw a sweater over it, you could kind of layer it up or belt it to add to that like tailoring effect for your own personal body. But I feel like having a dress that you can throw on at any occasion and is going to work whether or not you throw tennis shoes with it or heels, and also just gives you the flexibility for whatever your mood is, or maybe that's like the extra outfit in the suitcase when you travel. We always need one of those. This particular dress is my absolute favorite. It is a little bit longer. I am 5'4" and I wore heels with it, and it was like the perfect length, but it's just such perfection. We all need the everyday dress. Now number 3 is a striped dress, and I have more than one in my wardrobe. This one specifically, I'm gonna find dupes for you guys because I don't believe they sell it on Revolve anymore. And I love that with this dress, it's really about the shoulder moment. So if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily want to play up the lower half of your body that you're always dressing for, or you want something that's just maybe a little bit more subtle or going to draw the eyes in a different direction, with the shoulders, you're gonna be looking at the top. It's still gonna carve you out a little bit more, but it's also gonna bring that width there, so you're really not as focused on the lower half of your body, and you can also get away with it being a little bit bigger and like cinching it in the center and not having just as tight of a fit. Like you can have a little bit more fabric going on because you've got the tie in the middle of this dress, and then you've got the shoulders that just give you a little bit more of a shape. Or you could do a more fitted version of that dress, and I have it in 2 colors. The one thing about this one is it has the like tie up the side, so you kind of have to be mindful about like Spanx and whatever you're wearing underneath it. But I do love that this does a lot without having to do a lot. She definitely fits. Again, she curves around the waist, so you're comfortable with enhancing your curves and just highlighting them. This is the perfect dress for that. You could size it up a little bit more, but you're gonna really get that like really bulky top, and there's not a great way to pull it in. So this is one of my favorites from Petal & Pup. I got it in 2 colors last year, and I just love that. Again, a striped dress always flatters. It always does so many fun things for us. It's such a classic staple, and you can get it in a lot of shapes, but you can do it if you want it to be something that's a little bit more modest, and you can do it if you want to be a little bit more playing up the curves. Now I have 3 of these, so we're just gonna pull out the first one, and it is a sweater dress. I feel like everybody needs a sweater dress, and then how you style the sweater dress is really gonna make the biggest difference for you. But I got this starred one last year. This is on my wish list for forever, and I thought it sold out. It comes back again. They have it in multiple colors. It's still available this year. I got it in a large, and I would say if you're between sizes, size down. Otherwise you're gonna get quite a bit of fabric fabric and that curve on your back. We talked about in last week's video, you are also dressing for the back of your body as much as you're dressing for the front of your body when you are a pear-shaped girl. So I love this for that reason. I love how simple it is. I love how comfortable it is. If you wanted to pull up the collar a little bit higher, it's not too deep. It's actually like a bit of a casualness, but if you'd like it a little bit more, you could always do like, you know, a nice little bandeau underneath and have a little bit of a lace moment or a tank, whatever your comfort level is. But something like this, something like a sweater dress, I love that you can size up a little bit more and you could do something like this guy and make it a little bit more of a belted moment and really give yourself the space to have something on your curves, not something tightly on your curves, and do it to your comfort level. Or you could do something that's like gently on your curves. This guy is got a little bit of weight to it, so with the fabric of a sweater dress, it's gonna hang down a little bit more, and I love that. But it's also just doing the most without requiring a ton of effort, if that's something you really vibe with, or you could elevate it a bit more with your preferred accessory. And last but not least is a corset dress, and I actually have two in my collection. They're currently a little bit too small for me, so we'll do some photos on screen. But this is one of those things that, like, you know, as a curvy girl that you're naturally going to need something in the center to pull in whatever you're wearing. Like that scene in 27 Dresses where she like comes out and she's got the oversized shirt on and she's belted. I think it's the men's tie, but like, you know the vibe. She's like styled up a whole, like she's stolen a shirt and done that, and we love that look. But again, we don't always want to have to belt it, and you also want to have a little bit more flexibility. And I love that with a dress like this, it naturally already gives you that like cut in waist in the center. So I've styled this a couple of ways, styled it on its own, and you guys really like it. I've done it with my platform heels and it's been a fun piece. I've also added like a corset top on top of it just to really vibe it, and it really, like, the back, it's pulled in everywhere that on us it would naturally just billow out a little bit more. It's already cut in, so all of the fitting, all of the maneuvering, it's already really perfect in that capacity. I also really like this silk one. This is from Cider. I will see if they still have it in stock. This is from Shein. There are a bunch of variations on this dress, but it does a lot of the work for you without you needing to have like the perfect belt or worrying about what's in. I'm notorious for not always having a belt or not having the right belt for whatever it is that I'm wanting to style, whether or not it's like a big one, a small one. Belts are such like a trend piece that when you have this and it does all the work for you, you don't really have to worry about it. And if you wanted to add a belt, there's some really fun corset pieces that you could put on top to make it like vibe a little bit more, but it's also already gonna naturally like curve to your body, and you're gonna have to do like the least amount other than like put it on, make sure it's seen, and like add whatever elevates the look for you. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope this video helped you. Let me know in the comments below which dress you love and own and which one's your favorite. Make sure you subscribe to upload new videos every week. I'll link everything I can as well. Let me know if there are any links that need updated, or if you are hunting for something else that I can help you find to style your pear-shaped body. I love you. It is a good day to have a good day, and I will see you all next week. Bye guys.